Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Cappers Nation live. Snowy, snow, Thursday game day edition. What's going on, everybody? How are you? Happy Thursday. Hopefully your day is going fantastic. I know mine is, given that, I'm still under the weather, but we are here. Hopefully the volume is good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, let me know what's going on, everybody. I need to turn off the sound on my computer. Let's see who's in the house. Happy Thursday, everybody. Somehow we survived hump day. Nathan, that's a lot of energy for being sick. I just had about a dozen or so licorice, so I'm on a little sugar rush, if you know what I mean. Let's see who's in the house. Who dat Bob in the house? Treasy X, I'll box you. Aaron Gore, what's going on? Edward, what's going on, buddy? Tom, sitting in the house, Infamous Whiner. Nathan in the house. Let's see who else is here. Brooks, what's going on? Brooks Wagstaff, welcome. I see that you're brand new to the program. Welcome. Hope you enjoy what we do. Make sure you subscribe. That way you can be notified every single time we go live. Benji, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Grover in the house. Lewis Campbell, what's going on, buddy? What's up, Cappers Nation Live, fam? Dan McCarthy in the house. Fresno 559. I'm slowly catching up. Justice C in the house. Sports Better 609. Sam, welcome. Mr. Hasagawa, welcome. Benji, Vegas shut down with an inch of snow? Not yet. Not yet. I was hoping it was going to remind me of my time in the military when I was in the Navy, stationed in, we were in the shipyard in Newport News, and they'd get like a half inch of sleet on the ground, and the 7-Eleven would be closed. Like, serious? It's just a half inch. 7-Eleven's closed. But everything's still rolling well here. Julius Sharp in the house. Welcome. How is everybody's Thursday rolling? Mine is full of antibiotics. A lot of hot tea. No coffee, but hot tea. Trying to get better for this weekend. Tar Heel Tim in the house. Jack Parker in the house. What's going on? Justice, man. We definitely need to smash both of them at the same time. They've been like hit or miss. I mean, premium plays have been lights out. Overall, long term. William, what's going on? Johnny K. Alex, people want to say that game was luck, that it went under, but it wasn't. If Zion was in the game, North Carolina wouldn't have put up 62 of their 82 points down low in the paint. It probably would have went under by about 20 more points. But either way, it still went under. A 165.5 was a gimme. Lewis, were you ever stationed on the Roosevelt? No, I was actually on the Reagan, though. The Reagan and the Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge overseas. 7th Fleet flagship in Yokosuka, Japan. Give me 1 second, guys. Making sure clients got games. All right, there we go. I literally, I did most of my work from the house today. Came into the office just to film the show. No, Hasagawa, I was stationed in Yokosuka. But I did go to Okinawa, though. I did go to Okinawa. Once we had a port stop in Okinawa. We were there for 3 days. But I didn't think I was going to make it in, man. I'll tell you one thing. I have not been feeling good this last day. Oh, my Lord. It's been a rough 24 hours. Finally got on those antibiotics, and it took them about 4 or 5 hours to kick in. And then it's like gut punch. Gut punch. Yeah, you're going to spend your whole time on the toilet, if you know what I mean. But we got everything underway and under wraps, and here we are. Wouldn't miss it for anything. Let me tell you guys. I've ran this show live in the casinos, here in the office. I've ran it. Hell, we've ran Cappers Nation live shows from my RV on vacation. We definitely don't miss Cappers Nation. Edward, yeah, they definitely do. They definitely will take you, that's for sure. That's for sure. Apparently I missed the memo. It's in the office. It's I don't know. They had an office lunch today, potluck lunch. I guess I missed it. A lot of leftover food out there, though. Cali Niner in the house, triple beams in the house. The low-key Xavier Lean. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. The leans were pretty sharp yesterday. But while the leans were sharp, my personal plays yesterday, it's a whole nother story. My personal plays were a whole nother story yesterday. Them things were, it didn't matter which direction you went. It was the wrong direction yesterday. And, you know, it happens. It happens. We know it happens. But bounce back. Bounce back nice and strong today. That's the best thing about my personal plays is the bounce back. The bounce back will be nice and great today, and we do what we do, and Premium Plays had a winning day yesterday. They went 2-1. Premium Plays, actually, they're having a busy day today. There's 4 Premium Plays on the board today. I only have 2 personal plays. But it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Hey, anytime it snows in Vegas, it's generally a good day, right? So, thanks, Toby. Do appreciate it. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me adjust this camera. What is this? Okay, I'm back. Gonna be a great day. We're just, I think we got the text message out. Let me see if they sent a text. They probably were waiting on me. I thought somebody else was gonna do it, but we'll get that out under wraps. That way we can jump into the program. Before we start our game day breakdowns, and I do, bear with me, I am a little on the slow side today. I am on the weathered. That is for sure. We're on the weathered side today, but we're going to get the show rolling. We're going to get through it. Yeah, we're not used to snow. Alex winning cures sickness. I like it. I like it. I figured it was the beard. So if we win today, we'll blame it on the beard getting trimmed up. So while we're waiting for that text message to be sent to everybody, post up in the comments who you guys like. Who you guys betting today? What do you guys like? Let's see what you guys like. Share with everybody. Remember, guys, if you're watching this show and you're not participating in the live chat, you absolutely should come over to YouTube. That way you can participate in the live chat. It's a lot of fun. The user experience is by far the best of any live sports betting show that you will find on YouTube. And that's a fact. And here's another fact. If you're not betting our free plays, you're missing out on some serious, serious money. Other people will tout how they're on such a big free play run, but yet they will never say what their record is for this month or this year. You guys ever notice that? Oh, I'm on a 4-1 run. I'm on a 9-3 run. My free plays are red hot. Yeah, I lost a couple days earlier this month, but free plays are back on track. We're 9 and whatever in the last whatever. But do you ever notice they don't tell you what they are for the month or what they are for the year? It's because they're not proud of their record. But I can tell you this. 38, 22, and 1 in the month of February. Yes, we're up 16 games. We're up more games than most services have won this entire month. That is a fact. That is a fact. And then, overall for the year, 71, 41, and 3. Yes, 71 wins, 41 losses, and 3 pushes. On the year, great free play record, up 30 games. And remember, guys, when you tune into the live show, that's where you guys get the premium plays, my personal plays. Nathan, I wouldn't have to take your job if you would have been posting it already. You're slower than me today. Mr. Royal Brown, what's going on, buddy? How are you, sir? Mr. Height, what's going on? Mr. Hasagawa, oh, shots fired. Jordan, what's going on, buddy? How are you, sir? I think the text message just went out to everybody. It did go out about 15 minutes late, but that is okay. Give everybody a minute or two to log on. That's going to log on. You never know. We may have a light crowd today. We may have a great crowd today. You just never know what you're going to get. Chris Newell, no, buddy. We actually, we are just getting rolling. We are just getting rolling. Haven't got into any of the breakdowns yet. Matter of fact, while we're doing that, I guess I can pop up our database and get all that good. Give me 1 second, guys. What are all these messages? Hold on, guys. Hold on. We could do it right. My headset's got a microphone on it. How about that? Catch me outside. Patsy Keaton. Hold on. We're going to play charades while we're waiting for something to load. William says, now get the peanuts. Now, who am I? Hold on. We gotta make this. We gotta make it legit now. Hold on. All right, we got it legit now. We got a half on. Hold on, let me pop up ESPN and read you guys some stuff that you guys could read out of the newspaper. Hold on. Let me talk about the NHL that I know nothing about, but all of a sudden I'm a big expert. But yet it was just 1 month ago I was bragging about the person that I pay up in Canada, eh? All right, let's get this shit out of here. I just figured I'd ask if you guys knew who I was there. Dave, I haven't been on YouTube at all today. I'm sure there was a post about me. When does he not? That guy's so wish-washy. Here's one thing. Here's the one fact. We never stopped making fun of that guy. We never stopped making fun of that guy. But here's the wishy-washy. Oh, we're not going to talk about another service ever again. It's my February resolution. 4 days later, Kyle this, Kyle that, Kyle this, Kyle that. Yeah, but we'll see if Zion continues to play. I mean, why would he play? Why would that kid play? He's got a big NBA career coming up. Hasegawa, I'd sit out. Dave, he's such a tool. He's got another thing coming. He screwed up when he threatened me, let me tell you. There's some good old laws about that in the state of Kentucky where he resides right now. But it's all good. I can't discuss that because of an ongoing investigation with his base. I don't know. He threatened headbutt me and a bunch of other violence, but not his first time. But his local base there at Fort Knox is yeah, but Benji, they actually take it serious there, so he's got another thing coming. No, I'll pass Fahad. I have better things to do, like making money. I'd rather teach him a lesson the hard way. It'll be a good one. That I promise you. See who ends up in cuffs. Anyways, I can't talk about the specifics. Because the investigator on his base asked me not to. So, we'll just leave it at that until they're done. Todd, you're sick as well. Man, that's horrible. That's horrible. Anyways, guys. Jared, what's going on, buddy? Let's get these game day breakdowns rolling. Who wants to make some money today? I know I do. Premium plays had a winning day yesterday. My personal plays did not. So I would love to have a nice big winning day today. I think I'm going to have it. I've got 2 big personal plays today that I already sent all my clients. Let's see here. NBA is back today. I do apologize, guys. A little under the weather and a little out of it. A little out of it today. But when we go live the next time, oh, speaking of that, we will be live tomorrow. Again, at one point tomorrow, giving you guys a free UFC card. A free UFC card. I'm going to send a text. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know what time it is in Prague, but I just sent a text, so we'll find out. Our guy, one of our employees, is on the ground. I mean, that's all he does is he takes a lot of time off and he travels to all these UFC events. Kyle, do you go over seasons, over and under wins, like for baseball? We usually put out futures for baseball. Alan, I haven't picked out which game I was going to give for free just yet, but it'll probably be... 7 o'clock game. It'll be a 7 o'clock game. Not sure which one I'm going to give away just yet. Got a few to pick from. A premium you have 4. At least somebody's paying attention. Steven, you took Houston tonight. B. Fulton, what's going on? Raymond, what's going on, buddy? All right, guys. Let's see. Do we have the system up? We do. We do. NBA back in action. Full board of college basketball tonight. Let me take a quick look at something here. Been a weird board every single day this week for college basketball. Alex, Charleston at 2 is probably just fine. "56 college basketball games. Lot of sharp lines. Absolutely. Going to be some games that you guys want to talk about, I'm sure. Some that we probably won't be able to touch because they'll either be premium plays or my personal plays, which I won't be able to touch all of them, but I'll try to. How about those first period overs now? The Pittsburgh game hit minus 300. Wow. Talk about laying the juice. Talk about having to lay the juice now. I mean, the things are hitting nearly 80%. I mean, mid-70s, mid to high 70s. They're going to tax you now. They're going to tax you now. Let me check. B. Fulton, let me check. I haven't checked in a little while. It's 50-50 right now. Although money line, it's all William and Mary. 96% of money line. Johnny K, 300 is sketchy, absolutely. Minus 300 is definitely sketchy. All right, guys. Any games you guys want to have broken down? Any requests? I'll see if I could accommodate them. Just post up in the comments which games you guys want to see. It actually opened at 5 dimes, Edward, at minus 280. B. Fulton wants the USC game. Well, we could touch that. We could touch the Trojans. Free play breakdown. We could definitely do that one. I'll box you. Done. We'll do that one. Our daily free play video. We will, between Charleston and William and Mary, we'll do that one first. Alrighty. Let me move this chat window over, guys. Give me 1 second here. All right, I got everything popping up, loading right now. Let's see here. Close that. Close that. All right. Move that over there. All right, we got the live chat up. Lorenzo, what's going on, bud? Can you break down the Cincinnati game if it's not winning? Absolutely. First one that we're going to do, Charleston and William & Mary, which is on our daily free play video. Let me get all the info up. Oh, man. I don't mean to yawn in your guys' ears and face, but man. Jesse in the house, what's going on, bud? All right, guys, let's see here. We've got 10-16 William & Mary at home facing off against Charleston. All right, guys. William & Mary 6-8 in conference play, going up against a 21-7 Charleston team. We got the Charleston Cougars, who are 10-5 in conference play. Triple beams. It's actually hot tea. Charleston Cougars 10-5 in conference play, coming off an overtime win over Northeastern that they beat 88-79. William & Mary also coming off a victory over Elon, however you want to pronounce it, 84-74. Been struggling in conference play, William & Mary, in that Colonial Athletic Association. They've just been they've had definitely a tough year so far. Lost to Hofstra, lost to Northeastern. They did have a nice win over Delaware. They were able to beat Delaware by 21. As well as Drexel. Sorry, read the comments. Kyle, can you make sure to continue to post a free play you give out? And the comments will be gone a bit. I always post them in the comments. Definitely. Before their win against Drexel, William & Mary had a 5-game losing streak. Charleston, UNC Wilmington, Northeastern, Hofstra. And yes, Albakshu just said it's on the last video. Diving into the teams, taking a look at them. You have one team that's an excellent free throw shooting team in Charleston, and then you've got William & Mary who struggles. Let's take a look overall. All right, guys. Both, with the exception of free throw shooting, both are fairly decent teams. But there's a definite edge when it comes to defense and when it comes to offense. We've got Charleston's offense ranked 79th overall, just based off the stats and numbers of their adjusted efficiency, compared to the 185th of William & Mary. When it comes to defense, Charleston definitely has the edge there. Charleston definitely has the better defensive core. But on offense, guys, Charleston knocking down 53.7% from the field. They hit 33.2% of their three balls out deep. Not the best. But luckily for them, they're going up against a William & Mary team, guys, that is not a good team when it comes to defending the three. Matter of fact, they're nearly... they're in that bottom third when it comes to defending the three ball. They give up 36.4% on average. So, looking for Charleston, if they could put that deep ball anywhere near the middle of that cylinder, they should have a chance to knock down an extra couple three-pointers, if not more. They do rely on 27.6% of all their total points to be three balls. So, look for them to definitely try and take advantage of that. Every 2-point play for Charleston, they knock down 56%. They're actually the 13th best team in Division I when it comes to this stat here. All their 2-point plays, dunks, layups, jump shots. William and Mary is just not good at defending defending down low or defending, period. They give up 52.1% on average. Free throw shooting, like I was saying, Charleston, an excellent free throw shooting team. They knock down 76.6% on average. They're the 17th best team at shooting free throws from the free throw line in Division One. Flip that script, guys. Let's take a look at William and Mary. They do knock down 54% from the field, so they're an external. They're a very proficient shooting team, put it that way. They do knock down 35% from out deep. Charleston holds teams to 34, so that number should be right around there for the game. 2-point plays. William and Mary very proficient. They do knock down 55.1%. Just 1.5%. Sorry, just 0.9% less than Charleston when it comes to that number. But free throw shooting, definite advantage goes to Charleston, as William and Mary from the free throw line, guys, so far this season is knocking down just 67.4%. As far as going to the bench and how often they go to the bench, it's very, very similar. 27.2% for William and Mary. 28.3% of all minutes played come from the bench for Charleston. That 2-foul participation protocol, huge advantage for Charleston. William and Mary finds themselves in that 2-foul participation protocol for 36.8% of the time, compared to the 19.4% of Charleston. So, guys, nearly double. Yeah, Dan, it's a horrible free throw shooting percentage. They're actually 291st out of 353. So there's only 62 teams that shoot worse from the free throw line than William and Mary. And luckily for them, they don't rely on free throws for the bulk of their points. Just 15.6%. They do rely on 33.9% of their total points to be a three ball, to be a deep ball. Because they are an excellent shooting three-ball team. They do knock down 35% of them. So, taking a look, the side-by-side matchup. Obviously, everybody knows William and Mary did beat them at home back on January 26th. They beat them 74-59. They beat them by 15 at home. That was actually Charleston's 5th conference win of the year, after losing their first 4 out of their first 5 conference games this year. Hi, Mitch. Not sure who you're talking to, Kathy. Wrong place. But anyways, guys, we do have a free play on this game. It was our daily free consensus play. We figured we'd break it down really quickly for you guys. Charleston, let's take a look at that line on the game. We just went over the money aspect a little bit ago when somebody asked. It's 50-50 right now. Yeah, Edward, Shane. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I've been called a lot of things in my life, so. Line opened up. Charleston laying 1.5. It is still 1.5. Most of the spots here in Vegas, although I do see it moving to 2. Oh man, I can't stop from yawning. I do see the Westgate just moved it to 2 literally a minute ago. Stations moved it to 2. It's still 1.5 just about everywhere offshore, every major place. So, Kathy, it's all good. It's all good. Big dog's got to eat. Yeah. Free play, free consensus play. This was our daily free consensus play. Was on Charleston minus 1.5. Two's fine. You guys get it at 2. 2 will be just fine. Yeah, 2's fine. Next game we're going to do. Smokey, what's going on? Shane77, what's going on? I had a losing day on my personal plays yesterday, but I did collect from the book from some plays from last week. I do have a few. What's going on, Shane? No, my personal plays had a horrible disaster of a day. Well, I don't have yesterday's stacks here, but I have the new ones from today. There's 2. And I got a couple more. That's it. Hopefully we have cow snack money. Hopefully we have some more tomorrow. Did everyone like sub to me? Huh? Sorry, kid. This is not a gaming channel to watch you go play Oregon Trail. Oh, I know Edward didn't mean it in a negative way. Toby, you're in Oregon? I just had to give old Smokey the boot. Throwaway money, absolutely. What do we call them, Edward? Fun coupons? Lost 4 G's, Mr. Parlay on Duke. That sucks. Just for the record, I don't have throwaway money. Nobody likes to throw away money, that's for sure. I don't care how much you have. We never throw it away. All right, I don't know who asked for it, but somebody asked for the USC game at 9 p.m. tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So we'll dive into the USC Trojan game real quick. Pac-12 matchup between Oregon and USC. Yeah, Zion blew through a Nike shoe. How about that's pretty impressive. I mean, that shit just pop, gone. Remember, guys, tomorrow we'll be, I don't know what time yet, but at one point tomorrow I will be live with a full UFC breakdown analysis. As well as free fight picks. at one point tomorrow, we're giving our UFC package for Saturday away absolutely free. Going to be a great time. You guys like making money on the UFC? It's going to be good. It's going to be good, especially, it's always good, especially when you get it for free. Hello. Good. Oh, can you hold on 1 second? Hold on. Let me get off this business call. Hold on. John Anthony Sports calling. You guys ready? Okay, you there, bud?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry about that.
That Providence game yesterday?
Was that the recording that I got?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
From us.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who it was from. It was like
Right.
It was a new.
And the reason I'm calling you now, I don't know if you bet the game or what, but give me an idea. When you do bet, what's an average play for you?
About a dime a game.
Okay, if you really like something, what's the most you'll move?
10 dimes. 10.
All right, I'll put it this way, because the information we have on the game today makes that Providence game look like a lucky guess.
Oh wow.
My boss, John Anthony, loves the game today. I've seen him wins by 20, 25 points while you're not sweating out with a minute to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what we do, games like this normally go for 500. Our service is normally 450 a week. We want to showcase the new people right now. What we're doing is we're cutting that in half. 225, we run you 7 days. If you're betting the way you're telling me, I will get you the results you want to see. All we ask after the week's up, just stick with us.
Huh. How you guys been doing?
We've been doing it. We're on fire.
Oh wow.
All I can do is, I can't, the only way you're going to truly know is if you join our service and work with us. You got a small taste yesterday. Wait till you see this game tonight.
Well, yesterday was your game of the year. How could you do better than that? I mean, it was a blowout. It was amazing.
He lost the game today. He said it's a win by 25. So when they
Wow.
say that, the game wins.
Oh man, I'm getting hard as a rock just thinking about it.
All right, you fat.
Let's call him back.
John Anthony Sports?
Yeah, I just, my phone got disconnected. Somebody was calling because they called me back from the game they gave me yesterday.
What's your name?
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
Oh, my name's Steven.
Steven, what's your phone number?
I have to give you my phone number? I just calling you guys back.
What's that?
I'm calling you guys back. I just got disconnected.
I know, but I'm just the answering service for the...
Oh, I ain't dealing with you guys. Yeah, get out of here. All right, guys. Well, that call didn't go as expected. I was hoping to squeeze an extra game out of them, Oh, well. David, this is one of the reasons why I joined with you. I appreciate it. People will say that we don't have any customers. Yeah, hardly. Absolutely, you guys. Anytime you guys need to call, you guys always know how to get a hold of me. All right. P. Fulton, thank you. Lewis, thank you. Andrew, thank you. I love to see that comment. I love this. And Andrew says, a long-time watcher. I don't really contribute in the group chat, but that was amazing. Thank you, Andrew. And for everybody that's just tuning in, that's never participated in the group chat, come join us. We don't bite. I know there's a lot of hard-headed individuals in here, but we keep the riffraff out and the name-calling out, and we're all here just to help each other. Yeah, I definitely try and have fun. And I tell people this all the time. If you can't have fun at what you do, then, you probably shouldn't be doing it, and it's a gambling business, and you got to be able to have fun doing this. And, with all the stress that comes with betting on games for a living, you definitely want to have a good laugh every now and then. So, unfortunately, I couldn't play along a little longer. I guess I should have chose my words a little more wisely, and I figured he would just take it as me just really, really excited to bet the game. I mean, I was getting ready to give him a try for all you guys. Not. Edward, do we want a number? Yeah, text it to me, Edward. Text it to me. All right, guys. So let's get that game day breakdown roll. I almost didn't answer it because it came in as 1-800, and but I figured I'd just give it a shot just in case. USC and Oregon game day breakdown. Unless Edward gets me that. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, hold on. Magnolia, Arkansas calling. Nope. That was nobody there. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. And then we'll call that number and we'll see if we can have some fun. Yeah, but they're going to see a 702 number calling. A lot of sports services won't talk to another 702 number. Oh, see, Edward, they called you from a dead number. Oh, I see. We got a troll in here, huh? Buying sports picks. Hardly. The only one that I know that's a sports service that buys sports picks is Robert Clues, a.k.a. Bozo. And I've already shown that receipt that he paid when he paid Tony's picks. Funny how I got my hands on that one. That was hilarious. We don't have that blocked. Sorry. Mark, what's going on? Shane77, we don't need haters in here. Absolutely. We'll give him the boot. Bye, Billy. Alan, make sure you stop back in for that the free plays that we give away a little bit later. All right, let's get this next game day breakdown rolling. Now that we had a little funny call in between. Alrighty, let's see here. Another breakdown coming. Alrighty, we got it rolling. Let me move this window over. Alright, got it up now. Let's take a look. Let's get the odds on this game. Alex, he used to do it. All the time. Try and compete with us. The guy's a clown. We already know that. The guy's a clown. All right, let's get another game day breakdown rolling. Let's get another game day breakdown rolling for everybody. You know, Alex, when all it is, you know, whatever, they can't compete, you know. Ha, Lorenzo, I love it too. I love it too when we're on an underdog and I say that they went out right. Alrighty. Let's get these odds rolling if I can ever find them. Southern Cal, there we go. Game 629 and 630. Oregon and Southern Cal. All right, guys, USC, the Trojans opened up as a 2.5-point home favorite. Pac-12 meeting. Oregon catching 2.5 on the road. Total opened up at 137.5. It is still sitting at 137.5. Alex, I don't even know who that is. Don't even know who that is, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm sure he's one of their big supporters, you know. And let's take a look at the money. Before we dive into the breakdown, I want to look at the money, see where the money's at 629 and 630. We'll take a look at the money, and then we'll jump right into the breakdown, side-by-side comparison, the whole shenanigans, all right, guys? If I could ever find it. Man, it would make my life a lot easier if our system had, when it's reported on the money, that it would actually go by game number, because that would be amazing. Oregon, guys, gotten 64% of the money against the spread. So everybody taking the points on Oregon. 64% are on Oregon, just 36% on USC. When it comes to the money line, 98% all on the USC Trojans money line. And then there's the total. 75% rolling with the over 137.5. Over 137.5. 75% of the general public, as well as the dollars being reported, are all on the over. Just 25% on the under. Mr. Hasagawa, there's some sites that do it, but I caution you when you're using sites like Vegas Insider or Scores and Odds. There's not a lot of truth to what they report. We have a membership to Live Odds and Live Stats, and it gives us that information. All right, so now that we went over the lines and where the money's at, let's get the side-by-side comparison. All right, guys, we got the road team, Oregon, the Ducks, guys, 15-10 straight up, 6-6 in conference play. Alex, he says he's the hockey king, but yet he openly admits that he pays somebody in Canada for plays. He pays a gentleman by the name of Terry, who used to pay us for basketball and football picks. He pays a Canadian. But yeah, he's the bigger man. Yep. Well, got to remember, he's the one that threatened violence and all that stuff, so he's the bigger man. He needs to put on a show because he is being investigated by the United States Army. And I do have the email to prove it, so that's a 100% fact there, boys. So I'm sure he's minding his P's and Q's right now because everything that he does is being monitored by them. And that, my friends, is a fact. So, the United States Army doesn't play when it comes to that type of shit. That's a fact, Jack. We broke down, for everybody that's asking what we've been doing, we broke down the Charleston game, which is our daily free play. Charleston minus 1.5. We broke that one down. We're just getting into the USC-Oregon game. Taking a look at Oregon, guys. 6-6 in conference play, Pac-12 matchup. They've already played. This is a revenge game for USC. USC went up to Eugene, Oregon. They did lose to the Ducks, and they didn't just lose. They got their ass handed to them back on January 13th. They lost 80-61. All right, they lost 80-61 on that road trip. First, it was Oregon State that the Trojans lost to, and then they lost just a couple days later to the Ducks where they got absolutely smashed. So, all right, guys, let's jump right into it. USC, on the other hand, 14-12. Why? What happened with Mike? I must have missed something. 14-12, 7-6 in conference play. They do have a winning conference play record. But let's be honest, USC has not had the basketball year that they have liked or had planned to. And that's a fact. They are coming off a nice win over Cal that they beat 89-66 on the road, which was a nice big road statement win for USC in the Pac-12. They are coming off 3 straight losses. Before that included 2 home losses. They lost on the road to Stanford, then they lost at home to Colorado and Utah. So USC hasn't won at home since they beat Arizona State on January 26th and Arizona on January 24th. They did beat UCLA right before that. Sorry, Ty, if you're watching. So USC struggling, and they've got a team that they've already lost to. And Oregon has been a tough team. Oregon beat Syracuse in the beginning of the year. They gave Iowa a run for their money. Hell, Oregon gave Houston a run for their money. They lost to Houston on the road 65-61 back on December 1st. They've got a nice big win over Boise State, San Diego. They did beat Boise State twice in back-to-backs, home and away. They lost by 10 to Baylor. And then they started conference play, and they started out conference play. The Ducks 0-2 against Oregon State and UCLA. They came back. They pounded USC. They slipped a win on the road against Arizona. Then they dropped 2 more, Arizona State and Washington State. So both of these teams looking for statement wins on their season. And Oregon's already beat USC. It's sad to say they've already beat my Trojans, all right, guys? And this is a revenge game for USC. Oregon, guys, when it comes to shooting the ball, they knocked down 51.5% from the field. They hit 34.4% of all their 3 balls. They knocked down 51.5% of all their 2-point plays. And they're a very, very, very efficient free throw shooting team. I mean, they're not a big percentage, but 72.7% free throw shooting team. When it comes to USC is a horrible free throw shooting team. There's only a couple teams. There's 33 teams worse than them when it comes to shooting the free throw for USC, guys. And USC's they knocked down 65.7% of all their free throws. They do hit 52.7% from the field. An excellent 3-ball shooting team for USC, and that's where they get their job done. Not only do they rely on the 3-ball for 31.7% of their total points, they knock down 38.7% of every 3-point attempt they make. All right, guys, they are the 18th best 3-point shooting team in Division I. However, they're going to have some troubles today with that 3-ball. They're going up against an Oregon defense. Not only do we have Oregon as the 29th best when it comes to adjusted efficiency, best defense, but they are the 12th best team in Division I at defending the 3. Oregon holds teams to just 29.7% from out deep. So while USC relies on that deep 3-ball, it's going to be a challenge for them. It's definitely going to be a challenge when it comes to shooting the 3. Edge for USC if they can get open and get clean looks. For defending the 3, edge to Oregon. I'm biased. I am from Southern California, so I am Pac-12 native and a huge USC fan, but definitely biased when it comes to the Pac-12 or the Mountain West. But I do have to say, overall, yeah, Pac-12 hasn't had anything good happen to it in a while. Except for Pete Carroll, and, we know where he is now. So, every 2-point play for USC, they're decent. I mean, they're not the best. They're right in the middle of the pack, 49.9%. Like I said, horrible free throw shooting team, 65.7%. They do go bench personnel, bench minutes. USC goes to the bench 25.6% of the time for all minutes played coming from the bench, compared to the 36.2% of Oregon. Years of experience give about a half-year advantage to USC. height advantage, roughly the same. And the two-foul participation protocol that a lot of people overlook and don't realize and don't pay attention to is very similar. For USC, it's 29.8% compared to the 26.2% for Oregon. Yeah, Fahad, Oregon is the 12th best defense in Division I when it comes to defending the three. They hold teams to 29.7% shooting from out deep. He probably blocked it, infamous whiner. He probably blocked it, Tom. He's probably accusing me of doing it, but whatever. That's all he can do. Devin's got 500 on Charleston. Very nice, very nice. Alex has got $2 on it. All right, guys. A lot of edges here lead to Oregon. I do like the 2.5 on the road. Remember, my heart is always going to be with our Trojans. Home court advantage for the Galen Center, a little bit. Not much of an advantage. They've got a 3.1 home court advantage. Got them ranked 164th in Division I when it comes to playing at home. And the fact that USC has lost a lot of games, not a lot of games, but they lost to Vanderbilt at home in the beginning of the year. Texas Tech was a neutral site game. They did lose to Nevada at home. They had a semi-home game with TCU that they lost. Who else did they lose? They just lost to Utah and Colorado on the road. Those are the two significant numbers that I see as far as the home record. Fahad, 65.7% needs to be 67%. Okay, I'm not sure what you're meaning there, but they are a good offensive rebounding team. Good rebounding team, period. Revenge game for USC, guys. Oregon coming off their loss to Oregon State, starting a 2-game road trip. They got USC today, UCLA on Saturday, and then they come home for 2 games against the Arizona teams, and then they'll go on the road just north to the Washington teams. I do like Oregon in this spot. That's a hard one, tough one for me to even admit, just for the fact that I am a huge USC Trojan fan. But if I was giving out a lean on this game, I would definitely take Oregon plus the 2. Sorry, 2.5. I would take Oregon plus the 2.5 here, guys. Alrighty, let's get another game day breakdown rolling. Let's get another breakdown rolling. Gonna pop up another one here. Suzu, what's going on? Alrighty, let's do another game. Let's take a look at the UCF Cincinnati game. I know, who was it that requested that game? UCF Cincinnati. Let's take a look at that game. And here's the plan for today, guys. Here's the plan for today. We're gonna try and get through Alex. We're gonna try and get through a handful more. 3, 4, 5 more game day breakdowns. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Ryan, what's going on, bud? Hopefully you got my text message. I think you did. Yep, and we all know what happened to Butler yesterday. Alrighty. Dr. Franco, I just sent you a text message, bud. Alright, next game day breakdown. UCF and Cincinnati. We got the Bearcats and the Knights facing off against in Cincinnati. Cincinnati 21-4. 10-2 in conference play in the American Athletic Conference. Coming off a nice win over Wichita State where they beat them by 6, 72-62. Devin, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Cincinnati's only 2 conference losses came against Houston 11 days ago on the 10th of February, and they lost 65-58 on the road against a very, very, very strong Houston team. Other than that, their only losses, in conference play, came against ECU, against East Carolina. They did lose to Mississippi State back in December, and they lost their very first game of the year against Ohio State. They've got 4 losses on the year, guy. Definitely a strong team in the Bearcats. I look forward to this matchup. And we're going to dive down into it a little bit more. On the other hand, you've got UCF. We got the Knights, guys, 19-5 straight up. The American Athletic Conference, they're 9-3. 9-3 in conference play, going up against 10-2 in conference play. Somebody's going to lose tonight, all right? Is Cincinnati going to get their 3rd loss in conference play, or is it going to be UCF with their 4th loss in conference play? before we get into the odds and all that, let's take a look recently of what the Knights have been able to do. They're coming off 3 straight wins over SMU, South Florida, and Memphis. They did beat Memphis, guys. Both teams have actually beat Memphis, and both of them were close games. Both teams beat SMU, and as well as in close games. Both teams beat South Florida. Cincinnati beat them by 8, and UCF beat them by 13. Both have recent losses to Houston. Cincinnati's being on February 10th, where they lost 65-58, and UCF, where they lost 77-68 on February 7th. All right. Other than that, let's dive right into it. Dave, thank you. Do appreciate it. Let's take a look at the odds on this game. All right, guys. Cincinnati opened up as an 8-point favorite. It's down to 7.5. All right. Central Florida catching 7.5 on the road. It's not an easy travel going from obviously from Florida up to Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they do for that Fifth Third Arena. Does hold quite a few people, be 12,012 screaming fans. It's the 56th largest arena in Division I. And they've got a 3.5 home court advantage, which makes them the 78th toughest place to play in Division I. So they do have a slight edge when it comes to playing in the home court advantage. Where the money's at, 77% of the general public all riding with Central Florida, guys, all riding with the Knights. 23% against the spread, all riding with Cincinnati. When it comes to the over and the under, just 31% of the public is riding the over. The rest is all on the under. All right, the rest is all on the under. My screen just refreshed. There we go. As far as the money line goes, 93% all rolling with Cincinnati on the money line. Excuse me. All right. Darian Jones, you said you took the over 128.5, and I mean the total did open up at 130.5. It's down to 128.5. Edward, let's break it down. I haven't crunched the numbers just yet. Let's see what we've got. I can tell you right away. I can see the total being, right where it's at, but let's take a look at both teams. All right, let's take a look at both teams. Let's see what they do, and let's dive a little deeper into it. All right, both teams have stellar offenses. For the for who they're playing and who they're matching up against, I see very similar things. Just glancing for when, and I don't know if you guys remember, not too long ago, and we've done this twice now with Virginia and Duke, where you have excellent offensive teams and both have excellent offenses, both have excellent defenses. One of them has to give. The offense can't be on point. The offense can't be on point if the defenses are, stepping up their game. Vice versa. So let's dive into this. Let's take a look at what we see. All right. First of all, both teams are not a fast-paced team. UCF is ranked 200th out of 353 as far as average possession length. All right. The average in Division I is 17.4 seconds for every possession for the offense. All right. UCF holds it for less than that, or for a little bit more than that at 17.6. Cincinnati, an even slower team, 18.9%. So that fast ball back and forth is not neither one of these teams' specialties. That goes against the total. All right, that goes against the game going over right there. Not to say it won't happen. I'm just saying that goes against it. As far as shooting-wise, UCF, they knocked down 53.1% from the field. Very good shooting team overall. Yeah, I can tell you, Mr. Hasegawa, hold on. Savannah State. Savannah State is the fastest. Sorry, hold on. Yes. So actually, Savannah State is tied with Florida International at 13.8 seconds. North Carolina is right below them at 14.2. It goes, here's the top 10, and we'll get back to the game. Savannah State, FIU, North Carolina, Buffalo, Marshall, Eastern Kentucky, Gonzaga, Green Bay, Georgia Southern, and Memphis. Duke is 11th. UCLA is 12th. All right, back to the game. Frankie Diamond in the house. What's going on, bud? UCF knocks down 53.1% from the field. They're a decent three-ball shooting team, too. We've got them ranked right in the middle of the pack. A little bit higher than the middle of the pack. They knocked down 34.9% of all their three-point attempts. Cincinnati, not good at defending the three. That's one spot where Cincinnati has a weakness. They give up 35.2%. Every two-point play for UCF, they knock down 53.5%. 53.5%. Cincinnati defense holds teams to 44.2%. Both teams horrible at shooting the free throw. Most notably, UCF is worse. UCF is worse, believe it or not. All right, they knocked down 63.7%. 63.7% of all their free throws, compared to the 69.9% for Cincinnati. Cincinnati guys, they knocked down 50.6% from the field. Not a bad number, but it's not great. Middle of the pack-ish. All right, middle of the pack. As far as shooting the three ball, they knocked down 35.7% of all their three-point attempts. But the UCF defense, guys, is fairly good at defending the three. We've got them ranked 59th in Division I for defending the three. We've got them holding teams to 31.8%. When it comes to all their two-point plays, Cincinnati, they knocked down just 49.1%. All right, guys? When it comes to free throws, and like I said, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Cincinnati as well. Both teams are horrible free throw shooting teams. What else is there? Bench minutes. Very similar bench minutes. 32.8% for Cincinnati compared to the 27.8% for UCF. Two-foul participation protocol. Low numbers. Just 1.3% for UCF. They don't participate in that. You get two fouls. Sorry, for Cincinnati. 1.3% for Cincinnati. You get that second foul, you're riding the bench. 8.4% for UCF, so not much more. Yeah, they're definitely slow, that's for sure. So as far as the total goes on this game, let's take a look, for instance, how they both played Memphis. All right. UCF, the Knights have played Memphis twice, home and away. First game, we saw 134 points, 77-57. Memphis won. Then UCF's at home. Excuse me. Yawning on you guys. UCF's at home for that second meeting. They won 79-72. 151 points. Let's take a look at South Florida. Okay? The South Florida game. UCF beat South Florida 78-65. We saw a total of 143 points. When Cincinnati played South Florida, it was 82-74, 156 points. So, for instance, take a game where Cincinnati played Houston. It was a low-scoring game. There was 123 points scored. Cincinnati lost. UCF playing Houston, it was 77-63. You still had 145 points. Game still would have went over in that game. As far as low-scoring games, total being at 138.5. That's the key, though. It's got to be over 138.5. 130, I might be mistaken. 128.5. Excuse me. Being over 128.5. Our numbers that get spit out say 67, 61 final, but the only thing that I see that would stop the game from going over, is one, the time of possession is slow for both teams, and both are horrible free throw shooting teams. The last time they played each other, they pop up that information here on another screen. I'll pop that up on my phone. If I could ever find it. There it is. When they played last year, it was 117 points scored. It was a 77-40 lopsided final. What is this? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I do like the over in this game. More so than giving a lean on the side of it. Cincinnati struggled against Wichita State. They struggled against Memphis. They struggled against SMU. They struggled against Temple. So dating back 4 out of their last 5 games, take away their loss. 4 out of their actually their straight 4 games. The only one that they beat by more than just a couple points was Wichita State. They beat Wichita State by 12. Other than that, they beat Memphis by 5. They beat SMU by 5, which was at home. They beat Temple by 4 on the road. But they did have a big statement win over Tulsa that they beat by over 20 points, 25 points. So I do like the over in this game. The UCF Cincinnati over 128.5. I don't know if I would have liked it as much if it was still sitting at 130.5, but I do like it where it's at, dropping 2 points. Though I do like it at that point. Either way, I see it being a close to the total. I see it being close to the total. So we may see 128, we may see 131, right around there is where I'm predicting it to be. I don't think it's going to be a 150 or 145 point game. It should be within a handful of points. Should definitely be within a handful of the points. So we're going to get another game day breakdown rolling. But first, what we're going to do, we're going to do a couple more game day breakdowns. Get you guys on a free play. Or two. Or maybe just one. We'll see. We'll see how the day's rolling. B. Fulton, would you take the +8 with UCF? That's They got three nice 3 straight wins. They've won 4 out of their last 5. 7 out of their last 10. Sorry, 7 out of their last 6 out of the last 8. That better. There we go. Yeah, 7 out of the last 10. My math's a little slow today. Yeah, Ryan, that was about all I was money with. That's about all I was money with. I'm not feeling the UCF dog on the road against Cincinnati. I mean, they may make it close. Hasegawa, Elon, and UNC Wilmington. We could take a look at that one. We could definitely take a look at that one. Let me see where that one's at here on the board. If I could ever find it. There we go. We'll definitely take a look at that one. But guys, I need 2 minutes. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Give me 2 minutes. And I will be right back. Run to the restroom. I'm going to play this little video. I know most of you guys have already seen it. Some of you haven't. Some of you have. Play it for you guys real quick, and then I'll be back. It's a 2-minute video, so I'll be right back. And then if I get back before the video's done, I'll end the video early. Do a parlay 392 and 456. Actually, can I buy 392 down a half a point?
392.
Sorry about that. No, just a half a point.
How do we buy now? I see 5.
Just from
5 plus. Yeah, where are you at? Boise State?
Yeah, Boise State for 33.
So like that. So minus 33 instead of
Perfect.
minus 33 and a half?
Perfect.
There we
Appreciate it,
go,
Chris.
that's Okay. Thanks. No problem.
For 2,000.
2,000.
Perfect. Thank you, Thomas.
Okay. Yeah. Very good luck to you.
Thank you. All right, we're back. We're back. I do apologize. I went and grabbed another cup of ice for the drink there. Let me get the volume back up. We'll get this breakdown rolling. I do apologize to you guys. Thank you for waiting. All right, let's see if I missed it. I missed nothing. Good. Although my phone's blowing up. Give me 1 second, guys. I got a customer messaging in. 1 second, guys. Make sure everybody's taken care of. Okay, good. Why nothing? That's weird. Always make sure my clients got the games. Alrighty. Let me adjust this volume up just a little bit. There we go. Let's get into another big game day breakdown. Shane, we just went over that game. We just gave I gave out a lane on the over on that game. Give out a lane on the over to that game. Bleds W, what's going on, buddy? How are you, sir? Nope, you haven't. Not at all. We're still doing college basketball game day breakdowns, taking requests. And alrighty, let's see here. All right, guys, we got Elon in UNC Wilmington. Thank you, John. Do greatly appreciate that. It's greatly appreciated. For everybody that's just tuning in, first of all, welcome, Cappers Nation Live. This is our Thursday regularly scheduled show. We go live at least 3 days a week, but it's looking like we're going to be live at least 6 days this week, just like we were live 6 days last week. We go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We never change that. Well, we have changed the time, but we're always live on Thursdays. We think we found a much better time at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. We also go live every Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early in the morning, breaking down college basketball, getting you guys on free plays, leans, and a whole lot of laughs, all right? If you guys are in a spot just looking for me to read you free play after free play, free play after free play, free play, take this, take that, and take it to the bank, that's not what we're about here, all right? There's a reason why our free play record is the best on YouTube. There's a reason why our free play record is 71, 41, and 3, all right? There is a reason why. It's because we flat out win, all right? And we give away the juice. We don't just give you guys just any free plays. We give you guys free plays that are part of our paid packages, all right? We give you free plays that our customers are actually paying for. So if you're new to the channel, first of all, warm-hearted welcome, all right? If you've never participated in the live chat, please do come join us in the live chat, all right? It's a lot of fun. Everybody's friendly. We steer clear of the name calling and getting on each other. And we're a tight-knit group. We're very supportive of each other. And the comments that go back and forth in the live chat have to be some of the best that you'll find on YouTube. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You could do that while you're watching this video. The bottom right-hand corner of the video, you're going to see a white little box with the Cappers Direct logo in it. All you got to do is hover your mouse over it. It pops up a small little window. Tap that subscribe button and you'll be good to go. If you're on your phone or your tablet, just turn it sideways and scroll up. All right, guys? We got tablets. We got iPads. If you're on your phone or if you're on your tablets or your phones, just turn them sideways, guys, all right? Scroll up. You'll see that subscribe button, all right? Make sure you guys subscribe. And the reason why is because you'll be notified if you subscribe and you tap that little bell button. You'll be notified every single time we go live or we put out a pre-recorded video. It doesn't matter if it's pre-recorded or if it's live like this one. If we put out a video, you'll receive free plays, free winning plays. A lot of people out there, guys, will talk about their free play record. Oh, we're 9-3 in the last 12, or I'm on a 5-game win streak, or I've won 7 out of the last 10, whatever the case may be. Ask them to go over their record for the entire month. You'll find out they're negative. All right? Ask them to go over their record for the entire year. You'll find out they're negative. They're losing people money. They're losing you guys money. All right? So it's all about what we're doing now, what we're doing now. So nobody pays attention to what they're doing long-term because it's about long-term success that will put money in your pocket. But I will tell you this much. In the month of February, the first 20 days, not including today, our free plays are 38 wins, 22 losses, and 1 push. Yes, we've given out 61 free plays so far in the first 20 days. It's pretty good. That's pretty good if you ask me. 38, 22, and 1. We're up 16 games in February. So far, including January and the first 20 days in February, 71, 41, and 3 record. 71, 41, and 3. Yes, we really are up 30 games. If you don't believe me, go watch the videos from every single day this year so far. There's not that many days. 50 or so. Add in some live videos. Nathan, no free plays given just yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So if you're new to the channel, thank you. Please do participate in the live chat. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, do us a favor. Give us a thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free winning plays 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain, shine, sick, healthy. And as Lewis just said, we're in the marathon of collecting that free money. Packer RE in the house. So if you appreciate all the hard work, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps us out. Hell, if you don't like us, it's okay. Hit the thumbs down. If you don't like me, you think I'm an asshole, you just don't like what I say or our free plays that we give out, it's okay. Just give us a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. Mr. Fields, a lot of hours? Yeah, but absolutely. We post them in the comments, so it's very easy to see the comments that I post and get the free plays. Zeke, thank you, bud. Zeke, you've got my number. Call me. Or actually, send me a text message. I don't have your new number. I texted your old number, but some lady answered. Said if I was looking for Zeke, you don't have the number anymore. Send me a text message, bud. All right. We are back. Going to be doing another game day breakdown. UNC Wilmington and Elon coming up next. Get your requests rolling because we're going to do another one after this. Thank you. Yeah, we've been live a lot. We've been live for almost 2 hours already. All right, I do have it popped up and ready to go. Let me move the chat over to the side. Let's see, we've got it. Oh man, game 609 and 609 and 6010, 609 and 610, guys. Oh yeah, Edward, did they give it away for free? 609 and 610, UNC Wilmington and Elon. Elon, guys, opened up as a pick 'em. It's still sitting as a pick. I know somebody said something about a different line. Somebody was getting them at -1, I think. I'm not sure. We're still seeing them as a pick everywhere here in Vegas. Total opened up at 151.5. It's actually up. Total is up to 152.5 at the MGM and Mirage, 153 at William Hill, 153 at the Westgate, 153 at CG Technologies. Station still has it at 162.5. Let's get the game day breakdown rolling. We got 8-19 Elon facing off against 9-19 UNC Wilmington. We got a 4-10 in conference play going up against a 5-10 in conference play. Here they go, and they meet again for the second time this season. Elon got the best of UNC Wilmington the first time they met. They beat them by 70 in an 89-82 final. All right, guys. Definitely high-scoring affair when these two teams face off. That's why we see the total on the rise from 151.5 all the way up to 152.5 currently. Is there a record for breakdown games? What do you mean a record? Like how many we've broken down? Or do I keep track of who wins? Is that what you're asking? Do I keep track of who wins? UNC Wilmington coming off a win over Hofstra. They just beat them 87-79 on Saturday. Before that, they had a disastrous 6-game losing streak where they lost to Northeastern by 4, Delaware by 4, Drexel by 12, James Madison by a lot, Towson by 1, and they also that losing streak started with Elon. No, I don't keep track of the game day breakdowns because these aren't free plays. I keep track of our free plays. That's why I can tell you that we're 71-41-3 in the year 2019. I keep track of games that I'm actually betting, not just a breakdown. Sometimes I don't even give out a lean. Sometimes I don't even give out a lean on them if we're breaking them down and I don't like it. Elon coming off a 4-game losing streak to losses to Drexel, Hofstra, Northeastern, and William & Mary. William & Mary is a team that UNC Wilmington did beat. No problem, bud. Anytime. I keep track of just the plays that I'm betting. UNC Wilmington did beat William & Mary. They beat them by 5 at home. And Elon is a team that, I mean, they lost to William and Mary at home. They did beat them on the road. Coincidentally, they beat them on the road. They lost at home. Lost at home by 10, beat them on the road by 5. Sounds about right, part of the course. Both teams sitting. Elon's got 4 games left. Condone B, I haven't given out a free play, but if you want our daily free play video, feel free to go watch that video. There's a daily free play posted between Charleston and William and Mary. We've got a free play in there. Looking at the team side by side, instantly I see a lot of red when it comes to defenses. All right, both teams have a horrible, horrible defense. UNC Wilmington has a middle of the pack offense when it comes to offense. Elon, how they even have 8 wins is beyond me, and they've got wins against Manhattan. Although some of these teams you'll never, I mean, they can't even get a line on. Milligan, Central Pennsylvania. They did beat Kennesaw State. They did beat James Madison, William and Mary. And then they did beat UNC Wilmington earlier in the year. They beat them on the road, 89-82. And then they beat Delaware, which was surprising. They beat Delaware by 1, though. Yeah, the Jets, baby. UNC Wilmington knocking down 51.4% from the field. They shoot 35.5% from three-point range. They knock down at 50.2% of all their two-point plays. The Steelers. But did you take into the Steelers minus 7.5 with or without Antonio Brown or with or without Le'Veon Bell getting walking papers? UNC Wilmington, a decent free throw shooting team. They knocked down 72.8% from the free throw line. When you look at Elon guys, they hit 50.6% from the field, just 32.7% from out deep. But UNC Wilmington's a horrible team at defending the 3. That 2-ball, every dunk, layup, jump shot, Elon knocks down 52%. Every free throw, they hit 69.1%. Going to the bench, both teams go to the bench over 30% of the time. 32.3% for Elon, 33.5% for UNC Wilmington. 2-foul participation protocol. 8.1% for Elon and 14.1% of the time for UNC Wilmington. So most not big numbers by, not bad numbers by standards. Just a nice Colonial Athletic Association clash for a Thursday affair. Lorenzo's rolling with Elon at home. And Elon, another team, how they have 9 wins. And with wins over Arkansas State, Allen, Eastern Illinois, East Carolina, James Madison, Towson, Drexel, and William and Mary is beyond me. They've lost 6 out of their last 7 games. They've lost 8 out of their last 10 games. They have not won an away game since January 5th. They do have 2 road wins this year. One of them against James Madison. That took to double overtime. They did beat him in double overtime on the road. They did beat Towson on the road. Those are the only 2 road wins. I call this one, I'm a toss-up for me on this one between Elon and UNC. When you break down the games, first of all, it's hard to bet on a horrible shooting team. Thank you, Zeke. Definitely hard to bet on a horrible shooting team like Elon. They've got 8 wins this whole year, and now they're favored. It's a pick 'em. I guess they're not really favored. I do see it laying 1 in a couple spots. As far as losing at home, They've lost their last 2 home games. They lost to William and Mary, and they lost to Drexel. Jason Chandler, very good assumption right there. I mean, not assumption, but very good quick diagnosis of UNC Wilmington on the road versus but I do lean towards UNC Wilmington. If I was going to bet this game, which I'm not, I would be taking UNC Wilmington and the over. I do. I don't think the total of 152.5 is as high as it should be. I think it's a little on the low side. So UNC Wilmington has a pick in the over 152.5. Tommy, yeah, it's pretty much flip a coin. It's one of the reasons why I'm not betting it. This game can go either direction. This game can definitely go either direction on both sides, over and under. Elon or UNC. It definitely seems very low. Brian, I agree with you. Definitely agree with you. For they had 171 points in their meeting the last time they played on January 26th, and here they are with a total of 152.5. So it was 170 plus last time. So I think the total should be right around 156, 157. But we'll see what happens in the game. But let's move on to another game. Let's find something maybe a little more exciting. Let's break down another game. Let's see what's on the excitement radar. We already did Oregon and USC. We already did UCF and Cincinnati. Let's do UConn and SMU. All right, I am back. Mr. Parlay says he absolutely does flip a quarter at times. No, Brian, unfortunately, I leaned the other way. Gave out a lean on Oregon plus the 2.5. And you know how much I love my Trojans, so it was hard. Frankie Diamond likes SMU. We're going to do that game next. Connecticut and SMU, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. 6 here on the West Coast. All right, let's get this SMU and UConn game up. We've got 12-2 SMU, the Mustangs, guys. Just 4-8 in conference play going up against a 13-12 Connecticut team, guys. We got the Huskies who are 4-8 in conference play. That is I don't want to say it's a shock to me because they've been on a downward spiral for a while now, but it's actually sad. The basketball program that Connecticut has had over the years has always been a strong recruiting. I mean, they're not the Dukes and the North Carolina and the Kansases, but they've always put together a strong program, much like Gonzaga has over the years. And to see them, I mean, they used to be college basketball. And to see them 4-8 in conference play in the American Athletic Conference, AAC, just 4-8, I mean, just getting slaughtered. You are correct, Edward. Napier was the last good run. So, I mean, I do see some good things in the works for this program. And, I mean, to me, it's just sad to see a quality program like UConn, now only on the women's side, struggle so much. I mean, they've got 13 wins. They've got 12 losses. They're 4-8 in conference play. And their only wins in conference play came against SMU, who they're playing today, Tulane, Wichita State, and East Carolina. And their 4 wins were good wins. They beat SMU by 12. They beat Tulane by 16. They beat Wichita State by 20. They beat East Carolina by 22. But then here they are. I mean, and those were all home wins. So one thing that UConn has not done this year, they haven't won on the road. I mean, they did beat Syracuse in the beginning of the year on November 15th. It was a neutral site game. That's as close as they've got to a true away win, away from playing from home. The Gamble Pavilion. It's the 51st toughest place to play in Division I. They've got a neutral site game win. That's it. Every other road game or neutral site game they've lost. They lost a neutral site game to Iowa. They lost a neutral site game to Florida State. They lost a neutral site game to Villanova. They lost to South Florida on the road. They lost to Cincinnati. They lost to Tulsa on the road. They lost to UCF on the road. They lost to Temple. They lost to Memphis on the road. They did just play tough against Houston at home. They lost 71-63. Oh, Triple Beam. I don't feel bad for them. I mean, like you said, they've got 4 national champions in 20 years, more than a lot of schools have. I feel bad for the program. I feel bad for college basketball because they were such a competitive program. I mean, let's be honest. Who do we have now? Duke, Kansas, North Carolina, Michigan State. Michigan will flunk out. Michigan will screw it up somehow. They always do. There'll be a Cinderella story that slips in. Villanova's proven what they can't do the last 2 games. Louisville, the last 2 weeks. But as far as college basketball powerhouses, the state of basketball, if it ain't Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, Michigan State. So I just feel sorry for the state of basketball. I would love to see UConn being a competitive team. Speaking of Connecticut, 3 straight losses, 2 of them on the road. Temple, Memphis, and Houston. Before that, they did beat East Carolina. Let's take a look at the odds on this game. Let's take a look to see who's favored, who's not, where the total's already sitting. SMU laying 6.5 at home. Connecticut getting 6.5. Keep in mind, Connecticut already beat them by 12. They beat them by 12 at home. SMU, 12-12, just 4-8 in conference play. 5 straight losses to Wichita State, Cincinnati, South Florida, UCF, Temple. Sir Paul, yes, snowing here in Vegas. Snowing here in Vegas. So we've got UConn catching 6.5. We got a total opened up at 145.5. It is down to 141.5. This total has dropped like a rock. All right, let's take a look at the matchup. Let's dive into the numbers. Dive into the numbers. Connecticut knocking down 52.1% from the field. Darian, what doesn't he say? He also said he didn't threaten me either, right? The guy's like a compulsive liar. He says his name's Jimmy, too. Who dat, Bob? Yeah, UConn is a stout team at home. I mean, they defend their home court. It's a tough place to play. Definite tough place to play. UConn knocks down 52.1% from the field. Decent three-ball shooting team. Knocking down 35.3%. Every 2-point play, dunk, layup, jump shot, they knock down 51.7%. But when it comes to shooting the free throw, they're towards the bottom of the pack, 68.8% from the free throw line. It's one of their troubles. They rely on 17.1% of their total points to be from the free throw line. When you're taking a look at SMU, they knock down 51.3% from the field. They hit 34.1% of all their three balls, 51.4% of all their 2-point plays, dunks, layups, jump shots. They're a 71.5% free throw shooting team. They go to the bench only 23.9% of the time compared to the 32.1% of UConn. 2 foul participation protocol, they're in it very little, 5.2% compared to the 19.2% of Connecticut. I do like the fact that UConn was able to beat SMU back on January 10th, and they beat them by 12 at home. I mean, this might be a bold call on this one, but I mean, I like Connecticut here getting 6.5. It is a revenge game for SMU, yes. However, they've lost their last 1, 2, 3 straight home games, and they lost to Houston, but they lost to South Florida and UCF as well, and they're riding a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 7 out of their last 8. They've lost 8 out of their last 10 games. Not that Connecticut's record's any more impressive than that. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 and 4 out of their last 7. But I do like Connecticut in this spot. If I was betting it, and I don't have a play on this game, but I do kind of like this one. I see, the only thing is that the Mustangs, SMU, does have a little bit of a home court advantage. They do have a 3.9 ranking, which makes them the 25th toughest place to play. It's not a big stadium, 9,000 fans, but let's be honest, Connecticut going to SMU, playing from Granville Pavilion to Moody Coliseum, that should be, hop, skip, and a jump. I mean, it should be an easy transition for them. So I don't see much of a home court advantage being in effect here for SMU, other than the travel time from Storrs, Connecticut to Dallas, Texas. Whew. So I like UConn plus the 6.5 here. As far as the total goes, I don't really have an opinion on the total. I know the last game would have went under, this one being at 142. I see it more trending on where it should be, probably on the underside. So we'll take the dog and the under here as a lean. What's the total at 142.5? I believe it was 141.5. Excuse me. Only because I think UConn will, in order for them to be successful, it's not going to be an all-out slugfest. Both teams are not fast-paced teams. I think UConn's going to have to lock down on defense. And they're a middle-of-the-pack defense. They defend the three decent. They hold teams to 32.3% from out deep, 50% from all their two-point plays, 49.5% overall from the field. UConn on defense, they've got SMU's been an excellent offensive rebounding team, but Connecticut's an excellent rebounding team as well. So I think the edge that SMU is going to have, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. SMU may get the job done, but either way, I think it'll be a close enough game for UConn to cover the 6.5. In order for them to cover the 6.5, I think it needs to be a low-scoring affair. I think it needs to be one of those, 71-65 finals, 67-66, something close, in my personal opinion. So I could see the game going under, as well as UConn plus a 6.5 here. And you never know. Maybe UConn picks up their first road win of the season. I don't know if UConn will go the entire year without a road win. And you know what? They only have a couple more chances. They've got SMU today, Wichita State on the 28th, and then their last game against East Carolina on March 10th before they start conference tournament. And they have beat East Carolina. So, I could see them picking up a nice win here. At least covering the spread, in my opinion. So that's that game, guys. Get you guys on, let's see here. Armando, you agree with my opinion or somebody else's opinion? I don't know whose. Call another game, guys. We'll break down another game. Then we'll get you guys on a free play. We'll do another breakdown for you guys. Vermont. Good old Vermont game, huh? Isn't Vermont an added game today? All right, let's see here. Triple beams, Hawaii versus UCSB. Let me pop that one up. Good old UC Santa Barbara, the hippie school. Let me move everything over. Move that to there. Move the chat window back into the corner. Why wasn't the Navy game up there early? Navy game was early. Steven, the Red Rock beers are flowing at the Feast Buffet. Nice. Steven, tell me you're not at the buffet right now. All right, guys, let's get another breakdown. We're going to get this Hawaii and UC Santa Barbara game rolling. And then after that, we're going to get you guys on a free play. Bets are in at the buffet. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Brian, send me a text message. I'll tell you right now. Hawaii can do some damage, that's for sure. They've definitely been able to. We got 17-8 UC Santa Barbara. The Gauchos. 6-5 in conference play in that Big West Conference, guys. Facing off against Hawaii. Hawaii on the road traveling. Hawaii sitting 16-9, 7-4 in conference play. Coming off two big home wins for Hawaii over Cal Poly and UC Riverside. UC Santa Barbara riding a 3-game losing streak over UC Davis, UC Riverside, and UC Irvine. Their last home win coming against Cal State Northridge, 70-64 win back on February 6th. And that's a team that Hawaii was able to beat 84-79 on the road as well. Hawaii having those 2-game win streaks. They've won 3 out of their last 4 with another win against Long Beach State and their losses against UC Irvine. Andre, yeah, Hawaii is at late night action, except this time in this game, there's still a late action game. I mean, still a 8 p.m. Eastern time game for a Santa Barbara game. Still a late game. Let's take a look at the numbers, guys. Let's dive right into it. Let's take a look. Let's find Santa Barbara and Hawaii. There we go. Santa Barbara opening up as a 3.5-point favorite. They're up to 4 in most spots, although I am seeing it trending. And now in 3 spots here in Vegas, have them at 4.5. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, taking a look at the numbers. Back to the odds of the game real quick. Although I just moved my darn screen. So I got to find it again. Okay, so we've got UC Santa Barbara laying 4 for the most part, 4.5 in some spots. Total opened up at 134. It's down to 133.5, so down just a smidge, down just a half a point. Looking at the numbers, diving into the game. Hawaii on offense, guys. Fairly efficient with the exception of their free throw shooting. 52.7% from the field, 35.8% from out deep. They do knock down 51.9% of all their 2-point plays, dunks, layups, jump shots. But a very, very poor free throw shooting team, and 68.4% from the free throw line. Taking a look at UC Santa Barbara, they knock down 50.1% from the field, 34.1% of all their 3-point plays, 49.5% of all their 2-point plays. They're a little bit better, about a 3% better free throw shooting team at 71.2% from the free throw line. They go to the bench, both teams 25+% of the time. 29.3% for UCSB to the 27.7% of Hawaii. The 2 foul participation protocol, just 7.5% for Hawaii and 13.2% for Santa Barbara. All right, guys. Average height, give about a half-inch average height to the UC Santa Barbara team. Years of experience, give about a half-year experience for, player experience towards Hawaii as well. So, taking a lean on this game, Hawaii catching 4.5 now against UC Santa Barbara. They did beat UC Santa Barbara. That's the only thing. They beat them, and they beat them in Hawaii. UC Santa Barbara beat them in Hawaii by 21. So they beat them by 21 already on the road. They beat them in Hawaii, which is not an easy place to go. I mean, the time difference alone. Triple beams, you find it interesting. Exactly. I see the same thing. You see UCSB, they dropped 3 in a row to UC Davis, UC Riverside, and UC Irvine. UC Riverside, who they lost to 71-57 on the road, Hawaii was able to beat at home by 23 just last Saturday. All right, taking a look at UC Irvine. Hawaii did lose to UC Irvine on the road not long ago. What about UC Davis? UC Davis is a team that Hawaii beat by 20, and UCSB lost to them at home. I think the reason why you're seeing this strange line and you're seeing the line is for the fact that UCSB has already beat Hawaii, and they didn't just beat them. They beat them by 21 on the road. They beat them by 21 in Hawaii. So they traveled from Santa Barbara. They hopped on the plane. And, that's the reason why we're seeing that 4.5. As far as a play on this one, I'd like to lean towards Hawaii, but part of me tells me Santa Barbara coming off the 3 losses. They did have, 2 losings, two losses on the road. They did lose their last home game. They've lost 2 out of their last 3 home games. And they've only lost 2 home games this year. One was to UC Irvine. The other was to UC Davis. So Santa Barbara defends the Thunderdome well. There's no home court advantage for the Thunderdome. Definite no home court advantage for playing there in Santa Barbara. So myself personally, I'm laying off of this game. I can see it going either way. I could see Santa Barbara having another rout and absolutely blowing them out again. Or I can see Hawaii hanging tough, covering the spread, maybe sneaking out a victory, and upsetting Santa Barbara at home, giving them their 3rd loss. So myself personally, I would be laying off of it. So, but that's me personally. So I don't have any lean on that game or the total, to be honest. And that's just my, downright honest opinion. Brother Boog, you haven't missed not just leans. Triple beams, I do agree. I do believe Santa Barbara will be up for this game. They're going to be up for the task, and I think they're going to put up a damn good fight. Yeah, hopefully nobody put their baby's tuition on Duke yesterday. That would suck. Remember, guys, we got our big full week of premium plays, full week of our my personal play combo package for just $350. You guys get instant access to the premium plays right on the website. It is $350. Going to be a hell of a day today. We've got a big day. We've got 4 premium plays. I've got 2 personal plays, and I think they're going to be lights out today. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I think it's a hell of a day with these games. Make sure you guys go pick out a package. Get on board today, and let's start making you guys some money. I did have a losing day yesterday. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I had a losing day yesterday. Premium Plays had a winning day. Let me say that. Premium Plays had a nice winning day. They went 2-1. Myself, I shit the bed last night. The best part about that, so did Zion. Zion had a shitty day last night too, absolutely. But the good thing about my shitty days is the bounce backs. The bounce backs are strong, and I definitely look forward to today and think today is going to be a hell of a day. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna break down one more game. We're going to break down the Georgia Southern Coastal Carolina game, guys. All right? Georgia Southern. I know we're not the cheapest of services out there. I know we're not the $9.99. I know we're not the 2 for $19.99 service that you get out there. You're very welcome, Triple Beam. Sorry, I don't have no opinion on that game. I want to say, Hawaii, just for the fact that Hawaii comes to play, and they are a decent program, but Santa Barbara hangs tough. They've already smashed them once, and that part, scares me on that one. But let's get into the Coastal Carolina Georgia Southern game, because I do have a free play for you guys on this one. Brian, cheap is trash. Fade those cheap accounts. I do agree. Some will want to say they're the trendsetters. I always tell people, ask to see tickets. Ask to see tickets. I know a couple people asked to see my tickets from yesterday, and I had already left the office yesterday before, but ask to see tickets. People you're getting games from. Oh, shit. Throwing shit. Ask to see tickets of games, guys. Make sure that they're actually betting, because you'll find out that a lot of people aren't. So, jumping right into it. Coastal Carolina, 12-2. 6-6 in that Sun Belt Conference. All right, guys. Georgia Southern. Actually, Nathan, our NHL program has 2 dogs today. 2 dogs today. And you don't want no NHL high juice games? You don't like free money in your pocket? Let's see. The last 2 days we had a plus 200 and a plus 110 in the NHL. We haven't given out a game as far as our NHL program all week that has more than a minus 110. We've been killing it in the NHL. Plus 200s, plus 120s, plus 110. Brad Kyle. Bozo said Duke would win. Not surprising. All right, guys. Georgia Southern coming off 2 straight wins against South Alabama and Troy. Both of those wins are at home. They do go on the road to face off against Coastal Carolina there in Conway, South Carolina. Chris Noel, haven't given out a free play just yet, but Coastal Carolina coming off 3 straight road losses. They did lose on the road to UT Arlington, Texas State, and Appalachian State. On the road before that, they had a nice 5-game win streak where they had wins. 3 of those 5 games 3 of those 5 wins did come at home against Appalachian State, Louisiana, Monroe, and Louisiana, and they did have those 2 road victories against Little Rock and Arkansas State. You've missed out on a lot of money there, Nathan. A lot of money. But you got to take a look at Georgia Southern, and you got to ask yourself, can they win on the road? Can they win on the road? Let's take a look. Let's start in the beginning of the year. All right, 2 road or home wins. They had 3 neutral site games. I myself personally consider neutral site games road wins. They may not be a true road win. However, it was a road game for somebody else as well. You're telling me a Georgia Southern team that faced off against Montana, yeah, it was a neutral site game because they weren't playing in Montana. It's still a road win. I mean, it's still a road game in my personal opinion. Even though they're tracked as neutral site games. Georgia Southern had 3 straight neutral site game victories over Florida Atlantic, Pepperdine, and Montana. They lost to Arizona on the road. Arizona smashed them by 30 points. They went on the road to Mercer. They beat Mercer by 15. They lost to UCF by 7 points. Then they had 3 straight road losses to Radford, Dayton, and Texas State. They came back. They beat UT Arlington 77-64. Then they had nice big road wins against Troy and South Alabama. Then they lost a road game to Georgia State. But they came right back and won a road game against Louisiana. Then they did lose to Louisiana Monroe. And then here they are with 2 straight home victories. Defending their home court, Coastal Carolina. They're coming off 3 straight road losses. They had 3 home wins before that. But before that, they had 2 home losses to Texas State and UT Arlington. Other than that, they've been excellent at defending their home court advantage. They've got home court wins over Methodist, Hampton, North Carolina Central, Appalachian State, Louisiana Monroe, and Louisiana as well. So, 4 out of their next 6 games, their last 6 games are all going to be at home. They got Georgia Southern, they got Georgia State on Saturday. Then they go on the road to Louisiana to face both 2 Louisiana teams, and they come back and they get some Alabama teams, South Alabama and Troy, out of their last 6 games that are left. Taking a look at the numbers, let's dive into the numbers, guys. Georgia Southern, they knocked down 54.5% from the field. All right, 54.5% from the field, 33.7% of all their 3-point attempts, 56.4% of all their 2-point plays, dunks, layups, jump shots. They're not the best free throw shooting team, but either is Coastal Carolina. 69.3% for Georgia Southern shooting from the free throw line. Taking a look at Coastal Carolina, only shooting 51.4% from the field. However, they are an excellent 3-ball shooting team. They knocked down 38.7% from out deep. But they have a Georgia Southern defense that they're going to be going up against that fairly decent at defending the 3-ball. Not great, but they do hold teams to 34.7%. So they should give Coastal Carolina a little taste of their own medicine, because Coastal Carolina is a good team at defending the 3-ball as well. But a key stat here, Coastal Carolina, all their jumps, layups, dunk shots, I can't talk. All their dunks, layups, and jump shots. Horrible percentage, 47.5%, guys. All right, now free throw shooting team, they're a little bit better than Georgia Southern at 71%, not by much, 1.7% better. So if it comes down to free throws, you got to give the slight, just a small edge to Coastal Carolina, not much. Over the course of a game, anywhere from 10 to 20 free throws, an extra 1%, not really going to matter. When it comes to bench personnel and how often they go to the bench, that's led by Coastal Carolina, who goes to the bench for 39.7% of all the minutes played, compared to the 32.1% for Georgia Southern. Years of experience, a little slight edge to Georgia Southern. Height advantage, about an inch and a half height advantage for Coastal Carolina. 2 foul participation protocol, very, very, very similar. 26.6% for Coastal Carolina, 26% for Georgia Southern. All right, guys. I think a couple key things. Georgia Southern winning on the road as of late. They've won 3 out of their last, 3 out of the last 5 road wins. They have shown that they can win on the road. Taking a look at the odds on this game. If I can pop them up here. That's a Georgia State game. Let's see if I can find. See if I can find this game real quick. I don't know. I'm looking for it. Somewhere I've got it's just hiding. There we go. Game 619 and 620. Line opened up, Georgia Southern -1. It's sitting at 1.5 everywhere in Vegas, with the exception of the MGM and Mirage properties. They all have it at 1 right now. All right, they still have it at 1. Everywhere else seems to be 1.5 minus $1.10. Total opened up at 156.5, which I thought was pretty high. It's down to 155.5. A couple places have it at 155. I don't know if this is going to be any money reported on this game, so that would actually be accurate. So let me check. Let me check the money and see if a lot of these smaller conferences, when the money gets reported, it's not as accurate as you want it to be. But, I don't base my bets off of the, aspects of where money's being bet. Because to be honest, I could really give a rat's ass where somebody else is betting or what they're betting on. The only thing that I really care about is what I'm betting on and if what I'm betting is going to be the correct decision or not. So not if Joe Blow's betting this game or that game. Yeah, there's nothing updated as of right now. But I do have a free official play for you guys on this game. But remember, guys, I'm going to give you guys one of my personal plays. Yes, one of my personal plays today. I can't think. About ready for another nap. Remember, we've got 4 big premium plays today. I've got one more personal play that you don't have or that you won't have. If you want it, feel free to get on board, guys. Pick out that combo package. You can pick up a week of our premium plays for $2.99. You can pick up 5 days of my personal plays for just $2.50. Also, you can pick up the combo package. I'm telling you, that combo package, guys, it's going to be ending here soon. So if you're on the fence, pick up that combo package, guys. It's $350. Excuse me. You get 1 full week of our premium plays. I've got 4 of them today. You also get 1 full week of my personal plays. I've got 2 of them, and I'm going to give you guys one of those for free right now. All right. So hold on one second. Let me type it up. I did give out, and I mean, here's the play. I gave out Georgia Southern -1 earlier today. And absolutely was all over it. Absolutely loved this game. All right. Loved this game on Georgia Southern -1. I do see some people getting 6.5, or sorry, 6.5. 1.5, excuse me. I was reading something else. 1.5 doesn't faze me. 2 doesn't really faze me. It's just an extra point. When I handicap a game and make it as my plays, I don't think it's going to be mattered by a point. Sometimes it comes down to it. So if you're getting any more than that, you may want to look at the money line. But free official personal play of mine, Georgia Southern laying 1.5 on the road, going up against Coastal Carolina, who I think they get the job done right with today, and they put some money in our pocket. That game does start in 13 minutes, guys. So a lot of early games today. A lot of early games, guys. So get on board today. Don't delay. Start making some money, guys. Let me help you guys make some money. If you're losing with somebody else, that's fine. Let me help you, all right? I did have a losing day yesterday, and all that means for you guys, it's going to be a big bounce back day today, all right? So with that being said, guys, enjoy that free play. I did post it in the comments. Georgia Southern -1.5. Mr. Fields, LFG, I won't repeat what that says, but we all know what it says. Georgia Southern, absolutely, guys, is a personal play of mine. So hopefully when it's all said and done, guys, we'll be able to announce our free plays. They're 40 wins, 22 losses, and 1 push for the month of February. Brain fart. I don't have a free NHL game for you guys today, but you never know. I may be able to get you guys an extra free play for tomorrow as well. We'll see. Remember, guys, we are going to go live at one point tomorrow, probably in the evening time, to give you guys the free UFC card. So remember, it's free UFC Friday, all right? Free UFC Friday. So I'll try and go live multiple times tomorrow. We'll see, depending on the schedule. I'm still waiting to find out. I don't know what time it is in Prague. Waiting to find out from our guy what time weigh-ins are tomorrow and what time he anticipates. Brian, not sure yet on the time for UFC. What we need is the weigh-ins to be completed. All right? We need the weigh-ins to be completed. And then we need a couple hours after that for our guy to finalize all his stuff. And then once that's done, I'll be able to go live and be able to issue you guys the live stuff. So we were just going to post it to the website and let everybody log in, which we probably should have done. Because obviously it promotes traffic to our website. But we're going to do it again live. Alex, you're very welcome. Go Ducks. UFC, I'll need a lot of help. We had a great UFC this last Sunday. We went 5-2. We hit our top fight pick of the night. We hit a 4-team parlay for everybody. We actually gave everybody a 4-team parlay as well as a big 2-team parlay as well. We hit that, and we made a bunch of people money. So we're going to be doing it all again tomorrow at one point. When I know what time we're going to be going live for the UFC, I will post it on my Twitter account. And I am 100% sure that Bozo will probably try and go live at the exact same time as us, so that way he can try and sabotage us giving away UFC for free. But it doesn't really matter. He can't hurt us. He had like 20 viewers on and we had over 100, so I know we're not the biggest show out there, but I think we're the best, especially for user participation. So there's my Twitter, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Once I find out a time, I'll post it on Twitter. If I know what time tonight when I do our daily free play video, when I know what time, or if I know, I will let you guys know. If not, I'll be posting it at some time tomorrow. So I'm hoping to find out when they're going live and all that good information, but we'll see. So with that being said, guys, feel free to pick out a package. Let's make some money. All right, guys, let's have a great day today. And good luck. Any questions, give us a call, and we'll see you guys soon. Yes, go Ducks. The free UFC will be on YouTube. Absolutely. And also, the quickest way to get notified, go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Right-hand corner of the page, you can put in your email address and your phone number for free plays and information like that. If you put your phone number in there, we will start putting you on our text message list for when we go live. That way you get a text alert on your phone when we go live, so that way you don't miss the free UFC picks. Thank you, guys. Thanks for all tuning in. And remember, hit that thumbs up button if you appreciate all the hard work that we do to bring you guys the free winning plays. Darian, sometimes it takes a couple weeks to get in our system. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. That way you get notified each and every single time we go live. All right, guys? So with that being said, good luck. God bless. Always bet within your means and don't do anything stupid. All right, guys? Thank you.